Good morning, F Squad. Welcome to Bougie Chronicles, where we focus on being over 40, fit, fine, and fabulous. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing pretty good, though. I think that I should have worn a thicker coat, or a thicker jacket, because this. It's not really doing it right now because it's a brick out right now out here. But anyhow, hopefully I'll survive. I actually stopped a couple of times contemplating on whether to go back home and change jackets, but I was already out the door, and my rules: once your sneakers hit the ground or once you step outside, you better be walking. So I had a pretty good week thus far. Oh, and just an update, as of this morning, we at 1,044 miles, and Florida is 1,146 miles from New York, so we about in there. We got a little more than a week to be in Florida, so we're doing it. So it's gonna be interesting as the colder it gets, but it's not too bad. I guess once my mind adjusts to the fact that it's gonna get cold, then it doesn't seem as bad, because I just have to make sure I'm adequately prepared. I mean, not like today. This is just it's not enough for me, at least. But anyhow, so so that's the update on where we are in terms of distance and how much we've walked since April 4th. I think in reality, though, we've walked further, but my app that actually tells me the distance, which is Pacer, is kind of psychotic or schizophrenic in a way, because sometimes she on point, other times, man, she's just doing her own thing, because that's why I have 3 separate apps that record how many steps I'm doing a day, just so I can do the daily average. My other app is more reliable, so usually it get a little frustrating when I try to make sure all 3 were above 10,000. If I was pressed for time, it just becomes a little frustrating when Pacer's in one of her moods and just not recording steps. But anyhow, that aside, it says 1,044, so we'll stick with that. I know I've done more. Okay. So the other thing that I incorporated this week is I upped my water game. Usually and drinking a gallon of water is not really a big deal, but since the lockdown, it's been a little challenging, because one, my gallon container is actually at work on my desk, and since we've been locked out, I haven't been able to get it. I should have brought it, but who knew that 6 months or whatever months down the line we wouldn't be able to go to the office. So okay, but I was kind of fighting the urge or the need to buy an additional gallon container for home, because I figured I can just refill my large water jug and get to the gallon per day mark with no problems. However, as you know, with Atomic Habits, if you don't break it down and make it as easy as possible, 9 out of 10 you're not going to do it, because you get wrapped up in work and I forget to actually refill it, and by the end of the day I haven't drank a gallon. But since I got my gallon bottle, I'll insert a picture. literally around 3 p.m. I'm done with a gallon. It's not a big deal. And the other reason why I make sure that I'm done by 3 p.m. is because around 4:30ish, I have to jump in the car and go and pick up my daughter from school. So you don't want to be needing to go to the bathroom after you've drunk, a whole gallon of water. So I just try to stop drinking earlier than that so that, I take care of that before I leave. So that's been going pretty good. And you all know the benefits of drinking water. I mean, there are tons of videos on that. And I knew that too. But one of the reasons that pushed me to going back to doing what I usually do is my skin just started breaking out. And the breakouts just become uncontrollable. And it doesn't matter what kind of topical stuff you do. But once you kind of start, well, personally, when I start drinking the water, it evens out and settles back in a few weeks. So the breakouts have stopped, but I guess I just need to wait for the scarring because I mess with the breakouts. I know I'm not supposed to, but sometimes I do because they be freaking me out. But anyhow, so that's that. So I'm feeling good because my water game is back on point. You know what I'm saying? And, my water bottle is one of those that has little lines on it, giving you some words of encouragement. And, like, you got this, go for it, whatever. And it has a time mark on it. Now, knowing me and my competitive nature, I'll be competing with the bottle. Yes, like by 11 a.m., I'm already at the 1 p.m. mark. I'm like, can't touch this. It's a bottle. But you got to make it fun for yourself, or a way to make it entertaining and make you push yourself. Actually, on a few days, I've actually drank like a gallon and a half, like more than a gallon, because this is really easy to do if it's right there. So I guess, when you go back and look at your atomic habits, it's really true when you break down the habit and make it as easy as possible. 9 out of 10, you're gonna do it. So if you really want to drink more water, then you should make you have the water as accessible, nearby. You don't have to think about it. It's right there. And in order for me, I find, in order to drink a lot of water easily, I don't do like a 1 sip count. You'd never finish. I do a 10 sip count. So grab the bottle before I put it down, or jug or whatever, the gallon container. I take 10 sips in a row, but big gulps, babe, in a row, every time. I literally count. After in the beginning you count, but after a while it just becomes what you do. You see more progress with how much water you're drinking, as opposed to just doing 1 sip at a time. That would take you forever and will frustrate you. At least it would frustrate me if I'm not seeing progress. So that's been good. That's been pretty excited about increasing my water drinking, or getting back on my game, because I had totally fallen off and my skin was screaming at me because I just wasn't drinking enough, period. But I'm back on that, so super fantastic. And I find that my water drinking actually helps me with my intermittent fasting. So my standard fasting schedule is an 8-16 at the very least. I need to do that. But lately it's just been a little challenging because I've been looking at that clock like, when is this gonna turn? Because I need to eat. But when I drink water, I've been able, literally this week, I was able to do an 18-6 fasting schedule with no problem. And the only reason why I broke it is because, I want to eat my bread. Remember, I bake my bread, so I want to eat my homemade bread. So I've been thinking about doing an extended fast, like every so often, every few months or so. Just like a reset, get a bit more of that autophagy going, fixing stuff that I don't know needs to be fixed. But because I was having such a hard time doing the 16, I just, wasn't really fully entertaining the idea. But after getting back on my water game, I find that as long as you're drinking a lot of water, it really helps. Sometimes you're not really hungry, you're thirsty, you drink the water and you forget. Well, it takes up space in your stomach, so you forget that you're actually hungry and distracts you. So, I might do that, but to work myself, up to it, I will probably try and squeeze it to maybe like a 20 and 4 hour fasting schedule for a while. If I can get used to that, then I can maybe do a 36-hour fast or 72 or 48. Just depends on how I feel and depends on what kind of how things are flowing. But I really want to do an extended fast, not too long, not too crazy, because I'd have to start maybe like on a Thursday and suffer through Friday and working. That's the hardest part, because I gotta work, I gotta focus, I gotta do school runs. So, but if I can take it through the weekend, I have a better chance of having, because I can somewhat control my schedule on the weekends. So that would be what I'll do for that. Haven't kind of worked that out yet, but I really want to do that. Yeah, but and then I have to figure out that I can't bake any bread if I'm gonna do an extended fast, because I just want to eat my bread. Shoot. But if it's not there, then I'll be less tempted. And the thing about it is, when you're doing an extended fast, or you're thinking of doing an extended fast, then I'm thinking of all these interesting food ideas. It's, I guess, the mind just playing tricks on you. But enough about that. So the water drinking definitely helps with your fasting game. The scale results are not to my liking. I still get on the scale every day. I use it as my GPS system. Just letting me know where I am. And if it's going in the wrong direction, then obviously you need to take corrective action. So we'll see. I know the water drinking is definitely going to make a positive impact on that, but you can't really tell after a week. You gotta give it some time, 4 weeks maybe, of consistently drinking a gallon or more. Consistently drinking a gallon or more. Consistently drinking a gallon or more. It's a little breezy right now. So anyhow, that was my week. I almost had a close call yesterday of not doing 10,000 because I woke up late. My phone died, so my alarm didn't go off at 4:30, and I woke up at like 5:20, which was really frustrating. So I had to kind of charge my phone, get ready and charge my phone enough so that I could actually take it on my walk, because remember, I record my steps, so I just couldn't leave it and I was only able to do less than 5,000 steps because I had to be back in the house and ready to go or at my desk by 7. So that was frustrating, meaning after work, after a long day's work, I had to lace up again and go out and finish my walk, which I did. You know we're gonna do 10,000. You best believe that. So but it was a close call, and I was a little, anxious about it because it's been over 160 days. Yeah, I have to look at exactly how many days, but that I've walked more than 10,000 steps consistently. But my Pacer app doesn't always get to 10. It's like sometimes 1,000 less steps than both my other apps, and it's the same freaking distance that I walk, so I know it's more than 10,000 steps, but it's just, I don't try not to stress on that because that would drive me up the wall. But anyhow, we'll just add in extra steps to make the number. So that's been going good. And at least I'm not working this Saturday, so I'm excited about that. Get to do my work, then I'm gonna go pick up, once I finish with my walk and my little exercise routine, get ready, then go to the farmer's market with my daughter so we can get some apples, and I don't know, maybe we'll take her scooter, but it's cold. But I guess we have to just be adequately dressed. Probably ride around with a scooter. She will like that. And, So, anyway, that's about it for now. So, be sure to comment. Let me know what's going on with you and how your lifestyle exercise choice is going. My walking is going pretty good thus far. The fab is on, fine. We're keeping it fabulous. Well, I hope you are too. I hope you enjoy enjoying your life. Yeah. Oh, the book that I'm reading now is Big Leap by Gary Hendricks, I think. Yeah, Big Leap. It's phenomenal. It's a great book. I will review that next. I'm on my second go around, my second listen to it, and it's one of those books like Atomic Habits. Actually, I think that read that first, Atomic Habits second, interchange the two, because Atomic Habits are great on phenomenal foundation, which is all about mindset. And Big Leap really helps you with the mindset, right? Mindset limitations, because you can have great habits, but if they're leaning towards the wrong ladder, you might wake up and find that, yeah, you've been successful at getting to the destination, but it's the wrong destination. And that would be super annoying and frustrating. So it's really about getting the right mindset and then implementing the habits that allow you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So it's a phenomenal book. My second go around, so we'll talk about it. But for now, peoples, please remember to like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you comment, let me know what's going on with you, and suggest ideas of things or books that you would want me to review. Books especially. I love a good read. Yeah, man. It has to be on my Audible because it might take me longer if I have to carry the physical book around, because I listen to my books when I'm walking, and I can't walk with a physical book. It's just, yeah, a little hazardous. But anyhow, from me to you, deuces.